Hey, thank you so much for clicking on my channel. Today we are going to open a bunch of new and viral makeup. Skin tints have been very in. Today what we're gonna use is the Estee Lauder Futurist Skin Tint. So this is not my first time using this product. I've used this product I think 2 or 3 times. It's super duper pretty. It has its SPF in it. And it actually has a bunch of ingredients that actually work to improve your skin. So I love that. If you were curious, I also prime my face with a Smashbox primerizer. I really like that with this skin tint. So I'm just gonna add a few drops here and there. I think the reason I like this skin tint specifically is because it just matches my skin tone so perfectly. The undertones are absolutely perfect. Like, look at that, like where did it go? And it's really hard for me to find a skin tint that matches like this. Also, the coverage is buildable, and if you layer it down and it dries, you kind of don't have to be afraid to do another layer. Nothing's really gonna get picked up. I really like the formula. I've used a few different skin tints and I just keep coming back to this one. I am such a giggly person and I am always moving around. Even when I'm doing my makeup, like right now, I'm just the yapping, you know? So I need products that are really gonna like stay on my face all day, that I don't have to mess with or fuss with. It's definitely a luxury foundation, but I think it is honestly worth every penny. But yeah, look at that match. It's so good. It looks so dewy and perfect. And I just kind of wish I had this in college because I was just so matte. It was crazy. I should post a picture. Or do I want to embarrass myself like that? Probably. So step 2 is actually going to be a completely new product for me. I ended up picking up the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Concealer. And it's in the shade 260N. This is cute. I like this little like shape that they got going on. I like that. That's fun. I probably could have got something a little bit darker, but you know, as long as the undertone is okay for me, I can kind of finesse anything. So we're just gonna go for it. Ooh, I really like this dough, like the applicator. It's kind of like this. That's what it looks like. You really get like a really good amount of concealer on the face. This is a really good applicator. Little smidgen, smidgen, little smidgen, smidgen. I need some here. I always have to put at least a little bit of concealer on my smile lines because if I don't, they're just gonna smush everywhere. So I'm gonna blend those first because I don't want that much coverage. I find that lightening my upper lip a little bit as well really, really helps with kind of hide the moustache. She needs a little help. And honestly, I'm gonna throw a little bit of skin tint on top because I think I underestimated the strength of this concealer, which is good. So honestly, I probably put way too much under my eyes. We'll see how that goes. Okay, that's better. Ooh, and I like how that layered with the skin tone. That's good. Actually, for the nose, let's use this. We're just gonna tap and blend upwards. Ooh, I should have smelled this. What does this smell like? Does it smell like paint? It definitely does smell a little painty, but I had to sniff really hard, so that's good. I just painted my fingernails, so I was like, is that nail polish or the concealer? Oh yeah, this is so pigmented. I haven't used Fenty Beauty in such a long time. I forgot what Fenty Beauty was like. I forgot that she serves pigment. It's giving you like a beautiful hydration, kind of similar to the skin tint. You see on my forehead, it's not like glowing. It's not like giving me the shiniest forehead on the face of the planet. That's what I need. Now we are going to go under the eye. Let's see. And I even let that sit there for a little bit. It's still moving. Still easy to blend. That's crazy. I just remembered how good the coverage was with Fenty Beauty, and I just felt like I needed to try this specific one. I have dry skin, and I really just wanted to try it out. And honestly, I'm so glad I did. It looks so good. That could have went terrible because I kind of left it there for a while. Wow. And the reason I really like hydrating formulas right now is because they're so stinking easy to blend. And I have combination skin, so it's really nice if you can find a really good hydrating formula that doesn't cling to my dry spots, you know? The natural glow is something that you couldn't get with those matte formulas. And this is just, it's glowing. I'm so obsessed with the glow. It's like I want to glow but not be sweaty looking. So next up is also a product that I have used before. It's become a staple in my collection, but it is definitely super duper viral at the moment. It's everywhere on TikTok. It is the Makeup Forever HD Skin Palette. I was looking for the name, but I have used this so much, I know the name. This is the palette in the shade Dark. I have used this palette so much. I've taken it on vacations with me. The formula is really good. You just have to know how to use it. Like you've seen in this video, I do not use it for foundation. I don't have time for that. I don't have time to color match, but I do love the formulas for basically everything else. So today I'm going to be using this for my bronzing and contouring. So I'm gonna go into this darkest shade right here with this little angled contour brush. So we're just gonna use upward motions to blend that up. And this is just going to be the base of our contouring and bronzing. Just throwing some of this in the temples, whatever is left over. Then I'm going to take my brush that I've been using for my skin and swiping upward to blend in that contour. And I really like this because one, I don't have to grab a bunch of different things out. And then two, the biggest thing I love about this palette is I actually just love the formula of the items in the palette. The highlights are sickening. They're to die for. They kind of give you this beautiful dewy skin look. It is so pretty and I really like that, especially for those casual days. Currently, this is the deepest of the palettes from Makeup Forever. And although it's great for my skin tone, I think it's wonderful for my skin tone, I really think that they should come out with a deep dark because I do not believe that this palette is dark enough for the deepest of dark people. This is a really big leap right here. And that is why I feel like they need to have one more palette. But anyway, so I'm gonna go into this second deepest shade right here. And I'm going to use that to bronze. And this is just gonna give us some warmth. I'm keeping that really close to the hairline and kind of applying it in a 3 along the face. And at first, the first few times I wore this palette, I was kind of scared that it was gonna melt all over the place. But as long as you use a nice silicone primer, you should be fine. I don't have a new product to set my under eyes with, so I'm just gonna use a little bit of my Huda Beauty powder, and I'm just going to set everywhere that needs to be set. I'm gonna set around my smile lines, on my forehead, again, controlling that glow. And then before we do the eyes, let me go ahead and make sure it's really blended, because I did notice that while I was doing the rest of my face, it did kind of settle in those lines, which isn't very surprising because it is a hydrating concealer, but we want to make sure that we set it in its prime position. And now we're setting around the eye. And I really love to set skin tints specifically with a little bit of this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. And it's just how I make sure to control the oil throughout the day. And I just buff that all over my skin. And it also helps me just to make sure I'm 100% the correct color. I also purchased this Kaja Beauty Bento. Sorry if I mispronounced that. So I thought this was super duper cute. I purchased this because it was one of the most selling things on the Sephora website. And I was like, what the heck? I've heard nobody talk about this. It is made in Seoul. And look at this. It's so cute. It's this tiny little compact. And I thought this was adorable. Oh, it's in the shade Cold Brew. On the bottom level, you have this beautiful cocoa shade. Then you have, ooh, this really pretty mauve shade, like a shimmery mauve. Ooh, and this is really pretty. And at the top, you get this beautiful chunky glitter. So first, I'm just going to pop this beautiful dark brown shade in my outer V. That's nice, wow. The pigment is really good. Honestly, I keep dipping back in here. I think it's because of habit, but I really don't need that to blend it out at all. Yeah, these kind of blend like butter. Interesting. And I'm just using a clean brush to buff out those edges and buff out that shadow. I'm using a clean brush specifically because it has so much pigment in that shadow. perfect, perfect. This is just a concealer brush I use for my brows. And I'm just going to buff around the edges just to help further blend everything in. Ooh, I hope the other side blends that easy. I'm scared because I was too excited on the other side. So does that mean that this side's gonna be terrible? We'll find out. I know I look insane right now because smoky eyes always look absolutely insane at the beginning, but like this is good. This is really, really pretty. I kind of want to use this really bright one in my inner eye. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna follow my spirit and apply it in my inner eye. So let's go into, what is this shade called? Cocoa Sparkles. Is that really what it's called? Cocoa Sprinkles. There we go. And we're just going to tap that onto the lid. It blended so easily with my finger that it's very unnecessary to use a brush at this point, but I'm just gonna do it so everything is perfect. But that looked really pretty. It blended really quickly. It wasn't patchy. Let's go ahead and do the other side. So using a little smudger brush, I'm just applying this in my inner corner. This is in the shade Cream Espresso. But like, look at this. It's so pretty. It blended super quick. I think I just did my eyeshadow in like 10 to 15 minutes. And I love that. This little trio right here is only 26 bucks. So you're getting dark roast right here, this beautiful cool tone eyeshadow that blends absolutely perfectly. And then you get Cocoa Sprinkles, which is this finely milled shimmer that is all over my lid and it's so pretty. It applied so easily with my finger. And then finally, you have Cream Espresso. It's very, very similar to the ColourPop Super Shock Shadows. It is giving you that beautiful highlight in my inner corners. I think it's absolutely stunning. That's why this is a bestseller, because really, if you just want a smoky eye, throw this in your bag. Look how tiny this is. It's tiny and it packs a punch. But the very final product that I'm going to be using today, we're gonna try out the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Lowlighter in the shade Low Key. I am so excited to try this. This highlighter prompted this entire video. It's a really pretty peachy shade, and I love the swatches online. Even on the darker model, you could really see the shade, and I don't know, it just looks so pretty. Okay, in the pan, initial response, I'm staring at it, it doesn't look that glowy, but we're gonna test it out. Okay, I have a lot on here. Let's go for it. I'm not afraid of a little blush, you know? Oh, that's pretty. Okay, okay, good. You see it? It's giving glow. I didn't blend it in, but that's what it looks like. I switched to a flat brush because I really want to make sure I work this into the skin. And the reason I absolutely love Danessa Myricks products, or the blushes in general, is because they layer really, really good. The glow is there. The point is, the glow is there. But I thought that if it was more of an orange color, I would get more pigment, but it's definitely giving glow. I just thought it was gonna be more orangey than this. So am I upset by the shade? No. I'm applying less on this side. Let's see. I think that's what I'm supposed to do. I think this is very, very similar to the highlight that's in this palette. It's more of a subtle light catching formula. It said it's supposed to blur my texture. I don't agree with that, but it is giving a very subtle highlight that I really like. Let's see what it looks like when I finish setting my face, because this is just an initial reaction, because I still have powder on my face. Let's throw some on my nose and stuff. I feel like this side of my face, where I applied very little from here to here, is exactly how you're supposed to use it. This side, I applied it more like a blush, and I just like went hard and applied a bunch of it. Not how you're supposed to use it. For swatching purposes, you can really, really see the glow. I am showing you that this gives you a beautiful glow from within type of look. So because I really, really want that blushy look, I'm gonna actually go in with the Yummy Prima Donna blush. This is my favorite blush from Danessa Myricks. And I'm just going to add that on top of the low lighter, just to give myself that pigment that I was looking for. See, this is what I thought the low lighter was gonna look like. I thought it was just gonna give a little bit more pigment than it did. I think these two blend together perfectly. See, this is exactly what I wanted. The glow is beautiful. I love the glow. But I just wanted something with pigment. I just thought that it would be more like the Rare Beauty blush highlight combos. And today we don't have a new bronzer. So I'm just gonna bronze with my Coco Naughty. If you know, you know. Really quickly going around the face. Really, this is going to help me blend in that low lighter, you know, on this side that I applied crap ton. I'm gonna do some finishing touches and then I will be back with the final product. If you wonder exactly what I used in this video, don't forget to go ahead and look in the description box below and I will have absolutely everything listed for you guys. For my last product, I'm actually already wearing it. I'm working today, y'all. I am cranking out the content. We are doing better. So I was super duper blessed this week and I was sent so many of these. These are Prada Beauty's luxury lipsticks. Each of the lipsticks come in this beautiful luxury lipstick container. I did look them up. They are $50 each. They feel luxury. They're kind of heavy. When you roll up the lipstick, you see that beautiful texture that's actually supposed to imitate the Prada bag. The product itself, it applies super easy. It is a wonderful hyper matte or soft matte. These lipsticks look absolutely stunning when you kind of blot them on your lip. I do have a decent amount of luxury lipsticks, and what I found is that luxury lipsticks versus drugstore or Sephora or Ulta lipsticks, the only actual difference that I have truly been able to notice is one, the feel of the packaging, which is this very fancy, and these are supposed to be refillable. Let me see if I can pop it out for you. See, you can just like refill it. That's cool, right? Two, it's the feel. This feels like I have absolutely nothing on my lips. You're paying to feel like you don't have lipstick on. And then finally is the wear. So I'm gonna show you guys what my lips look like at the end of the day, because that's the biggest thing. I should not have to constantly touch up my lips if my lipstick is at this price point. So I'll let you guys know how this goes over time. This is a very quick wear test, just because it's super duper late. I was recording really late. I think it's been like 3 hours since I put on this makeup, okay? Starting with the lips. I have been eating since I stopped recording. So I've been eating Indian food, ice cream, drinking some tea, and this lip product is still on. So I think that is really the biggest difference between a luxury lipstick and an everyday lipstick. I really do like this lipstick. Concealer time. So I did experience a little bit of creasing. Normally when I put that concealer on my smile lines and then I do the rest of my makeup, it doesn't really move. What I think is because this concealer is so hydrating, I might actually have to set my smile lines when I use it. I don't see any excessive creasing in the under eyes. I don't feel dusty. I think my makeup still looks really, really good. I think that this is the best thing that Fenty has come out with in a very, very long time. That is my update. I am making sure I get this in for you guys and I hope it is useful. And that's the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like these types of videos, let me know down below and I will see you next time. Bye guys. I try not to say it, but it feels weird. It kind of feels like I'm flinching on. Bye guys.